So we spend a lot of time extroverting. We spend a lot of time like looking at computer screens, especially during the pandemic. But just like really like taking in information from the outside world. And while that's a great thing, and we need to do that, of course, it can become overwhelming and it can start to deregulate our nervous systems after a while, especially if the stimulus coming in is causing any anxiety, maybe, which a lot of the world happens to be doing right now. You know, here in California, there's wildfires, so like those senses are going crazy. There's an election coming up that's creating a bunch of stress, and just the underlying pandemic still going on. And then there's whatever you have going on personally for yourself at the same time. And so, what yoga suggests in those moments where the outside world starts to feel a little bit intense or chaotic is to turn yourself back toward yourself. Now, we could argue that every yoga class helps you do that, but there are certain techniques and certain ideas around yoga that can help to do that a little bit more presently. And so we call these more like lunar practices. They're more inward turning, more introverting. Sometimes we do a lot more extroverting or solar practices where we move around a lot and it's about strength building. But today's is going to be about turning inward. We'll still do some flows, we'll still do plenty of movement, but the quality might feel a little bit different for you. Okay, so that's going to be our goal. Welcome, everybody. So go ahead and sit comfortably, however that looks for you right now. We'll be here for just another minute or two. All right, sitting tall. Go ahead and relax your shoulders down your back. Feel the crown of the head lift toward the ceiling. And become aware of your breath, the flow of the breath in the nostrils, the throat, the body expanding, and the body contracting. And notice, does your breath feel deep? Does your breath feel shallow? Are you finding that you want to change your breath as you become aware of it? You don't have to. You don't need to. At least not yet. And no matter how you find your breath in this moment, we're going to start to slow it down a bit. So notice how quickly or not quickly that you're inhaling and exhaling. And see if you can extend that to be about twice as long. So slow down the intake of breath on inhale, extending that inhalation. And slow down the output of breath on exhale, slowing down that exhalation. Slow inhale. And slow exhale. Just continue for a little bit longer, going at a slower pace as you breathe. And this slower breathing does a couple of things. One, it turns your awareness inward. You're not so worried about what's happening outside of yourself. And it also helps to calm the mind. And there's a saying that the mind is the master of the body, but the breath is the master of the mind. So when we slow down the breath, we slow down the movements of your mind. Slow inhale, slow exhale for just another round or two. We will carry this breathing rhythm into our practice at certain points, but just getting it into our bodies now. And then take a deeper, fuller breath. Bring your palms to your heart, just lower the chin and just honor yourself for the work, honor yourself as you are in this moment. This body, this breath, your current energetic state, your current state of mind, just accepting that that's where you are in this moment. And it's in service of all of that that we'll practice tonight. So go ahead and rub the palms together, creating heat. And bringing the heated palms over your eyes. Brushing back over the top of your head, down your neck. And bringing yourself back to the room. All right, so let's begin on our backs tonight. So go ahead and lay down. You can move any props you have off to the side. And take your time coming down onto your back. Good. So once you're there, and continue to take your time if you're still moving, but just bring your knees into your chest. We'll take a few breaths here. And just notice how this feels to lay down on the floor. For many of us, not something that we do very often, at least not on a daily, a daily practice. And so this might feel grounding to you, it might feel relaxing to you. Good. And then go ahead and take your feet flat to the floor. Have the heels underneath your knees, about hip width apart. Arms down by your side. And we're going to start with some arm movements. So with your next inhale, please lift your arms all the way overhead, knuckles touching the floor above you. Exhale, release the arms down. Good, let's do that again. Inhale, arms reaching all the way overhead. And exhale, releasing the arms down. Good, arms lift again. And arms lower. We're going to add the hips. So working with bridge pose. So inhale, lift the arms like before, but also pick up your hips. Reach your pelvis toward the ceiling. Then exhale, release the arms and hips at the same time. Hips touching the floor at the same time the arms do. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms and hips lift. Exhale, releasing on down. Good. Let's do a couple more. Inhale, coming up bridge pose, arms overhead. And exhale, floating down. Inhale, back up. And exhale, floating down. Let's do one more in this flow. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. So we're going to do a similar exercise next, but there's a bit more choreography, and we're going to bring a little bit more control to your breath. So just establish your left and right sides of your body. And with your next inhale, lift just your right arm all the way overhead. Right arm all the way overhead, knuckles on the floor above you. Exhale, release the arm down. Inhale, lift both arms overhead, pick up the hips, bridge pose. Exhale, release the arms and the hips back down. Now keep the hips on the ground. Inhale, lift the left arm all the way overhead. And exhale, release the left arm back down to your side. Good. Both arms and the hips lift. Inhale. And exhale, release both back down, hips and arms. Inhale, right arm lifts. Hips stay on the ground. Exhale, right arm lowers. Both arms and hips inhale. And exhale, release the arms and hips back down. Inhale, left arm. Exhale, left arm. Both arms and hips. Good. Both arms and hips down. Exhale. We're going to move the body at half speed, the breath going at half speed as well. So lift your right arm, but slow it down. It's like the arm is moving through water. It's lasting the entire inhale that's been extended. Then exhale, slowly lower the right arm down. Matching the breath. Then inhale, lift both arms and hips. Move slowly. About half the speed as you used before. Top of the inhale coming into the posture. And then exhale slowly with control. Bringing the arms and hips back down. Hips stay on the ground. Slow left arm lifting all the way overhead. Left arm lowers. Again, going slowly. Both arms and hips, inhale, slowly. Both arms and hips, slowly. Right arm inhale, slowly. Right arm exhale, like you're moving through water. Both arms and the hips inhale. Exhale slowly. Good. Left arm. Exhale, left arm. All right, go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. You might have noticed as we slow down the movement that maybe it became harder to link the breath and movement together. Sometimes people can sense a little bit of irritation because like it's their tendency to want to move quickly. Just notice that. And again, the slowing down of the breath and body helps to slow down the mind. It's all about turning inward tonight. Good. So our next movement will consist of two parts. So with your next inhale, lift your arms overhead like we did before and extend the legs toward the ceiling, reaching through the heels. Exhale, bring the arms down, hug the knees into your chest. Inhale, take the arms and legs up. Exhale, bring the arms down, hug the knees in. Let's go at half speed. Inhale slowly, like you're moving through water, legs extending toward the ceiling, arms all the way overhead. Exhale, bring the knees back in, bring the arms down, slowly hugging the knees in, moving in slow motion tonight. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring it all back in, moving slowly. Inhale. Exhale. It's helping to warm up the core, the backs of the legs. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly. We'll go a couple more rounds. And when we move slowly, it brings more intentionality and control to our movements. Great for stability. Last round here. And as the arms go overhead and the legs toward the sky, go ahead and stay. Feel the lower back connecting to the floor here, reaching through the heels on both legs, back to the legs lengthening. And see if you can still breathe slowly, even holding the posture. Slow inhale, slow exhale. One more breath. And then exhale, knees to chest, but do it slowly, with control. Take an adjusting breath once you have knees into your chest. You can breathe normally. Good. We'll do one more exercise, at least one more exercise on your back here. So go ahead and take your arms out to the side, making a T shape with your body. Now, if you're close to furniture or something, you can do cactus arms instead. Just do what you need to do here, but keep the knees drawn in. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, go ahead and drop your knees towards your right side. Inhale, come back to center, and then go the other way. Exhale, knees to your left side. Inhale, back to center. Let's do the first side again. If you want to, as the knees go to the right, you can look to the left. Then inhale back to center. And then take the knees to the left and you can turn your chin to the right. Inhale back. Let's go at half speed. Exhale carefully, slowly. Take the knees to the right. It's a little harder now, huh? Inhale, come back to center slowly. Let's do the other side. Exhale, knees to the left, chin to the right, moving at that half speed. Inhale back. Knees to the right. And back. Knees to the left. And back. Let's do one more time on each side. Inhale back to center. Slowly to the right. Back to center. Slowly, slowly to the left. Inhale back. And hug the knees in. Take an adjusting breath. Good. So from here, go ahead and roll to your right side. And let's come on up to hands and knees. Table pose. Good. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Knees beneath the hips or slightly further back. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, seat to the heels, forehead to the floor, child's pose. Inhale back up to hands and knees. Again, exhale, child's pose. Good. Inhale back up. Looking forward with the heart. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale back up. Let's curl the toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog, lifting the hips into the air. So it's our first down dog of the night, so go ahead and walk it out a bit. Press a heel to the floor and bend the opposite knee. Just pedaling the feet, one, then the other. Feeling length in the back of the legs and feeling length in your spine. Good. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Release the feet. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale back up, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do that again, but let's move at half speed, okay? So twice as long with the breath. Inhale, slowly float down onto hands and knees. Exhale, slowly to child's pose. Slowly back up, inhale. Curl the toes under, slowly lift into down dog. Again, slowly float down. Child's pose, seat to the heels, forehead to the floor. Hands and knees. Downward facing dog. We're going to continue to move slowly. We're going to add on to this flow. So inhale, float down onto hands and knees, slowly. Exhale, bend your elbows in towards your waist and drop your heart between your thumbs. Slowly release the hips back. Hands underneath your shoulders. Go ahead and roll the shoulders back, lift the head and chest, cobra pose. Exhale, release down. Stay for an inhale. Curl the toes under. Go ahead and push up to hands and knees. And then lift the hips, downward facing dog. Good, let's do that one again. Inhale, slowly float down onto hands and knees. Exhale, drop the heart between the thumbs. Release the hips back. Inhale, lift the head and chest, cobra pose. Slowly release down. Curl the toes under. Go ahead and inhale, push up. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Again, floating down onto hands and knees, moving slowly with control. Exhale, bring the heart down between the thumbs, release the hips. Lift the head and chest slowly. Exhale, release down, curl the toes under. Inhale, push up to hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time, still moving at this steady pace. Inhale, slowly down onto hands and knees. Exhale, bringing the heart down. Release the hips. Cobra inhale. Exhale, floating down. Curl the toes under. Inhale, push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's go ahead and stay here for a few breaths. You can breathe slowly if you want to, or you can breathe normally if you need a break from that. Good. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. And exhale, child's pose. Please take your arms down by your side, palms face up. So we'll play around with hero's pose next. So with your next inhale, sweep your arms out to the side, lift up onto the knees, and reach the arms overhead. As you exhale, sweep the arms out to the side and back, and fold back down into this version of child's pose. Then inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, lift up. Exhale, sweep the arms back and down. Now you guessed it, we're gonna slow this one down. Do your best. Slow inhale, moving through water. Slow exhale. This takes a lot of control, especially in your core. Slowly coming down. Let's keep going. Inhale, come back up. Sweep the arms out to the side or reach up. Slow inhale. Slow it down, exhale. Let's do 3 more. Moving on your own, slow breath. It's a lot harder this way, I know. We're creating strength, and we're also helping to tone the parasympathetic nervous system, bringing you out of your fight or flight freeze response, pulling you into yourself in a good way. One more time. Exhale. Staying in child's pose, breathe normally if you need to. And then take the arms forward, hands on the ground. Inhale up to hands and knees. Child or downward facing dog. Curl the toes under, lift the hips into the air. Good. So go ahead and lift your right leg high into the air behind you. With your exhale, carefully step the right foot between the hands. Help it through. If it doesn't make it all the way on the first try, just reach down and grab it and bring it forward. Release the back knee to the ground, and then inhale, lift the arms up for your crescent lunge. Good. With your exhale, carefully bring the hands back down to the floor and step back to downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, inhale. And exhale carefully again. Step the foot between the hands. Help it through if you need to. Back knee to the ground. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, bring the hands down. And again, step back to downward facing dog. You're probably guessing already, we're going to slow this one down a bit. So go ahead and slowly inhale, lift the right leg. With as much control as you can, slow exhale, step the right foot forward. Might not be as smooth as some of the other breaths, and that's fine. Bring the back knee to the ground. Inhale, slowly extend the arms forward, peel the chest away from the thigh, open the heart toward the sky, crescent lunge. Exhale, slowly reverse that, comes back down, hands to the floor, and step back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, inhale. Slowly step it forward. Knee to the ground. Good, slowly come up for the crescent lunge. And slowly come down again. Stepping back. Right leg. Bring it through with control. Knee to the ground. Come on up. Come on down. Downward facing dog. Left leg, please. And bring it through. Knee to the ground. Good. Crescent lunge, slowly lifting up. And slowly coming back down. Step back to downward facing dog. Let's keep moving slowly, but inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Exhale, drop your heart between your thumbs slowly. Hips back. Again, cobra pose. Inhale, lift, head and chest. Exhale, coming back on down. Curl the toes under, push up, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Good. So in downward facing dog, we'll just do a little bit of work for your neck. So inhale, look at your thumbs. And then exhale, look at your navel. Inhale, look at your thumbs. And exhale, look at your navel. Let's do a few more. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, tucking the chin. This is helping to both stretch and strengthen the neck. You can do this slowly or quickly. It's up to you. I won't be a stickler about it right now. Good. One more time. And then when you're ready, carefully walk your hands back towards your feet. And press palms to shins. Come halfway up here. Inhale. Chest parallel to the ground. Exhale, fold forward. Let's do that again. Halfway up. And fold. One more time. And fold down. Good. Sweep the arms out to the side with a flat back. Come all the way up to standing, reaching the arms overhead. And exhale, palms to your heart. Take an adjusting breath here. So I've teased about this a little bit, but you may have noticed that the slowing down of the breath can be pretty hard, especially when you're linking it with the movement. And that's part of the practice. We don't do it because it's easy. We do it because it's impactful. And so one thing that you might be sensing already is that there just might be less noise in your mind or less kind of this grasping toward external need or attention outside of my voice, of course. And with our continued practice, we'll continue to build on that tuning out of the outer world and tuning into your inner experience. So go ahead and take your feet about mat width apart if you're standing forward on your mat, or a little bit wider than your shoulders. Nice stable stance. Good. And then go ahead and lift your left arm overhead. Reach up with your right hand and grab the wrist. Traction the arm toward the ceiling, feeling length along that left side. Good. And then inhale, go ahead and tilt to the right. Then length along the left side of the body. Good. Then inhale, come back up and sweep the arms down. We'll do the other side. Left arm reaches up, or sorry, right arm reaches up, right arm, please. And then the left arm grabs the wrist and tractions upward. Taking a breath or two here, just establishing that length along the right side. Good. Then inhale, go ahead and tilt to the left. Big length along the right side. Good. Then inhale, come back up and release the arms down. You may want to roll the shoulders back a few times, maybe forward a few times. All right, now we're going to do some forward folds and coming back up, but we are going to do it slowly. You guessed it. So have the feet about hip distance apart, and you can be standing anywhere on your mat that you'd like to. We are going to be sweeping the arms out to the side, so maybe make sure you have clearance for that. Bring your palms to your heart. And before we move, slow the breath down. Slower inhale, slower exhale. One more time, slower inhale. And slower exhale. We're going to let this slow breath guide us. Inhale, sweep the arms down, back, and up. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Swan dive, fold forward, but do it slowly. Press palms to shins, come halfway up slowly. Fold down slowly. Sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up. As slowly as you can, strong back, lifting you all the way up, arms overhead. And sweep the arms back, down, and to the heart. Good, let's do that again. Inhale slowly down, back, up. Hinge at the hips, flat back as you fold down. It's okay if the knees are slightly bent. Palms to shins, halfway rise. And exhale, fold down. Slowly come all the way up. Palms to heart, slowly sweep the arms back, down, and to the heart. Let's do one more of these, okay? Inhale, sweep down, back, and up. Exhale, fold. Halfway up. And fold. Arms out to the side, please come all the way up. Strong back. And sweep the arms back, down, and to your heart. Much harder than going quickly. So we're going to put all that together now, everything we've done, into a flow. Classically, this is called a moon salutation. Most of what we do is, and the flowing stuff that we do in yoga are called sun salutations. And this is really speaking to the inner quality that we have while we're doing the movement. So sun salutations tend to be quicker in movement, more vigorous in the breath even. And for moon salutations, that calming feeling that you get when you slow down the breath and the movement, that is what we're going to be fixating on the most. And so we will slow down the breath, we will slow down the movement, and some of the postures might feel like they're the same as sun salutations, but again, it's the quality we bring to the practice. So go ahead and step to the top of your mat if you're not there already. And find your breath and slow it down. Now, before we begin, if slowing down the breath at certain points makes you feel out of breath, you can feel free to breathe a bit quicker for a moment just to establish that equanimity and then try to return to the slower breath practice. So with your next slow inhale, sweep the arms down, back, and up. Exhale, break the arms apart, hinge at the hips, fold forward slowly, down, palms to shins. Exhale, float down. Step your right foot way back, knee to the floor. Good. With your next inhale, extend the arms forward, up, and back. Exhale, slowly bring the arms forward and down. Downward facing dog. Step back slowly. Good. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Seat to the heels, forehead to the floor, and take your arms down by your side, moving slowly. We're going to do hero's pose again. Sweep the arms out to the side. Lift up onto the knees, reaching the arms overhead. Inhale. And exhale slowly. Release back down. Good. Take the arms forward, hands on the floor, and slither forward down onto your belly. Have the hands underneath your shoulders. And then with your next slow inhale, peel the chest away from the floor, lift the head, cobra. Exhale, release down slowly. Curl the toes under, push up to hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, right leg lifts into the air, slow inhale. Exhale, slowly bring it forward. Knee to the ground. Go ahead and sweep the arms forward, up, and back. Exhale, forward, and down. Step forward. Palms to shins again, halfway up slowly. Exhale, fold down. Sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up. And slowly, arms out to the side, then down. Palms to the heart. You're going to hear me saying slowly in your sleep tonight. Let's do another round. Inhale, arms down, back, and up. Forward fold, swan dive, exhale. Everything's slow at this point, all right? Palms to shins, halfway up. Exhale, fold forward. And step your left foot back. Knee to the ground. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Downward facing dog. Do it slowly. Hands and knees. Child's pose. Arms by your side. Inhale slowly, hero's pose, coming onto the knees, arms overhead. And folding. Hands on the ground, forward. Slither down onto your belly, inhale. Hands underneath the shoulders. Good. With your next inhalation, lift the chest, lift the heart, cobra pose. Exhale, slowly release down, push up, and exhale, downward facing dog. So the left leg lifts this time. Inhale, bring it into the air. And then with as much control as you can, step that foot between the hands, back knee to the ground, crescent lunge, moving through water. Exhale, slowly coming down, and step the back foot forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, down. Arms out to the side, flat back, strong back as you come all the way up. Palms to the heart. Good. Again, sweep it down, back, and up. Hinge at the hips, swan dive folding forward, then down. Palms to shins. And folding down. Step your right foot back this time. Knee to the ground. Crescent lunge. Downward facing dog. Hands and knees. Folding child's pose, arms down by your side. Arms overhead, on the knees, hero's pose. Inhale, slowly come up. Slowly fold back down. Arms forward. Slither forward down onto your belly. Hands under your shoulders. Slowly inhale, lift the head and chest, cobra pose. Exhale, float down. Inhale, push up. And exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts. And bring it on through. Knee to the ground. With your next inhale, lift the arms forward, up and back. Exhale, coming down, and stepping forward slowly. Palms to shins when you get there. And fold. Sweep the arms out to the side, come all the way up. And palms to the heart. Take an adjusting breath. You can keep breathing slowly if you'd like to, or if you feel like you're kind of out of breath, breathe normally then for a few rounds. We are going to do one more round with some holds and with some variations, but we'll give us a minute before we get in there. Good, so reestablish the slow breath if you've moved away from it. We'll go again through one more round, and again, there'll be some holds, there'll be some variations, so just, get on for the ride. Inhale, sweep the arms down, back and up, slowly. Exhale, fold forward. I invite you to challenge yourself a bit more this last round. See if you can move even slower, halfway up. Folding forward. Left foot steps way back, knee to the ground. Inhale, crescent lunge. Stay here, breathe. Still breathing slowly. Stay in the pose. Hips sinking down and forward. Slow, deep breath in here. Exhale, slowly bring the hands down with control. Stay here for an inhale. And then exhale, step back to downward facing dog, slowly. How slow can you move? Let's stay here for a few breaths. Deep breath, slow breath. With your next inhale, slowly float down onto hands and knees. Folding child's pose. Exhale slowly, arms down by your side. Slowly, hero's pose. How slowly can you fold back down? Hands forward. And then carefully slither down onto the abdomen. Hands under your shoulders. Good. With your next slow inhale, lift the heart and head. Cobra pose. We're going to stay. Still breathing with that slow control. Shoulders cutting down the back, the heart looking forward. Take a slow breath in. Slow down, bringing back down to the ground. Stay for one breath. And curl the toes under. Inhale, push up. Downward facing dog. Staying here for 3 breaths again. Slow the breath down. And just see if you can be still here. Try not to make any extraneous movements outside of the breath. One more breath. And with this inhale, lift your left leg high into the air. Slowly bring that foot forward. Knee to the ground. And when you're ready, crescent lunge, come on up. We're going to stay for about 3 breaths on this side as well. Keep the breath slow and steady. Inhale. Slowly exhale. Hands down to the ground. And step the right foot forward. Palms to shins. Exhale, fold. Slowly come back on up. Sweep the arms out to the side. Strong back. Palms to the heart. Keep your eyes, or close your eyes if you haven't done so already, and just feel whatever's going on inside. Your body, your breath, how you feel energetically, and the current quality of your mind. Is there as much noise as before? Do you feel any frenetic energy that's rested or settled down? It might not be a complete shift, but it might be a partial one. See what's there. And then we're going to start to bring ourselves back down to the floor. And we're going to do a little bit more slow breathing, but we're going to make our way towards Shavasana here pretty quickly. All right. So just as a transition, and because we've practiced it so well tonight, sweep the arms out to the side, reach overhead. And you guessed it, slowly. Fold forward. Good. Palms to shins. And exhale down. Just go ahead and step back carefully to downward facing dog. Then float down onto hands and knees. Regular child's pose, unless you want to have your arms by your side. It's up to you. Good. Then inhale back up to hands and knees. And from here, we're going to roll over onto our backs for the last couple of postures. So however you need to get there, come down onto your back. You can do that slowly or quickly. It's up to you. Once you're there, it might feel natural to want to draw the knees into your chest. Just go ahead and do that if you want to. And then take the feet flat to the floor, heels underneath the knees. We know this one. It's prepping for bridge pose. And your arms can stay down by your side. With your next slow, controlled inhalation, go ahead and lift the hips into the air. And we're going to stay in the pose. And slow down your breath. Slow breath in. And slow breath out. Release the hips on down. Walk your feet away from your body, so forward about 6 inches, and take them as wide as your yoga mat. Arms resting out to the side. And then just slowly, with the breath, just take the knees to a side, bring them back to center, and drop the knees to the other side, and come back to center. You can turn your head with this, knees go, or the chin going the opposite direction of the knees. Unwinding any tension in the hips or lower back. Good. One more time on each side, please. And then bringing the knees back to center. Go ahead and hug the knees into your chest once again. Now, as you have your knees drawn into your chest, 2 things. First, bring your body into stillness. Other than your breath, everything else ceases to move. And the second part, as you can probably guess, is to slow down your breath. And see as you slow down the breath, if you can bring a relaxed quality to that effort. So it's not so much that you're forcing the breath to go slowly, it's more that you're taking your time. The breath takes its time on the way in, the breath takes its time on the way out. One more breath. And then when you're ready, go ahead and extend your legs down to the floor and make yourself comfortable to rest here for a few minutes. Feeling your toes fall out to the side, your arms by the sides of your body. And though you're no longer controlling the breath to make it move slowly, keep that relaxed quality to the breath, that you're not forcing the inhale, you're not forcing the exhale. And there's still this idea that you're taking your time to breathe. You're not rushing it. The breath becomes a gentle wave, rising and releasing. Peace, peace, peace. Go ahead and take a slow, deep breath. And make some gentle movements in the hands and feet, the arms and legs. Stretching your body out. Take your time as you roll to your right side. And then coming on up to a seat. Good. So once you're there, bring your palms to your heart and bow your chin. We've moved slowly tonight, creating stability, intentionality, and also helping to calm the movements of the mind and to tune out from the outer world and tune into the inner world. So feel gratitude for the willpower and the effort that went into that practice. And may all of that effort and this practice continue to serve you. So until we meet again, namaste.